that. So how do you do this seventh question? So we can do general way. You can do one is general way we have. So in general you can do one thing. So another thing is you can also apply shortcuts, some formulas you can also apply. What is that? What is that general you do? So z is a complex number such that z minus 1 by z plus 1 is purely imaginary. That means you can first write z in the place of z. You can write x plus iy minus 1 by x plus iy plus 1, and then you can denominator, like rationalization, you can multiply with x plus 1 minus iy. This also x minus 1 plus iy is there. You also multiply, yeah, this one is there. So x plus 1 minus iy, you also multiply numerator with x plus. So this you can write whatever you denominator you may get. So denominator is of course x plus 1 whole square plus y square, and numerator is you have to multiply this. If you multiply this x minus 1 into x plus 1, x square minus 1 square, understand? Then plus iy, this is plus y square. And this is real part. Here, what is it? Purely imaginary. Purely imaginary is there. That means real part is 0. So this is what is real part plus I into something you get here. Imaginary part. What we are interested is, we are interested in a real part is 0. Is a complex number such that z minus 1 by z plus 1 is purely imaginary. Purely imaginary means real part is 0. This is imaginary part, and real part is, this is what is real part. So what is real part? Real part is real part of this z minus, real part of this z minus 1 by z plus 1 equal to 0. What is that real part? X square minus 1 plus y square by this x plus 1 whatever whole square plus y square. This equal to 0. That means what? X square plus y square equal to 1 you get, and this is mod z square equal to 1. This means mod z also equal to 1. You can do this way, but actually you can do more smarter way. You can do, what is that? Complex purely imaginary. Yesterday only we discussed, if z is purely imaginary, if z is purely imaginary, z plus z bar equal to 0 or z equal to minus z bar. Yesterday we discussed purely imaginary means this one. This condition you can apply this. What is that? Z minus 1 by z plus 1 and its conjugate, because this is purely imaginary, its conjugate is z minus 1 by z plus 1 whole conjugate equal to 0. Now conjugate of a by b is conjugate of a by conjugate of b. That means individual conjugate. Here what you get is here z minus 1 into here z bar plus 1 bar. Conjugate of 1 is 1 only. This goes this side plus this comes this side. So z bar minus 1 bar, that is this one, z bar minus 1, this comes here na, z plus 1 by denominator, whatever denominator may be. What is the denominator? Denominator, if at all you write mod z plus 1 into z bar plus 1 equal to 0. Like this you get. Okay, denominator you need not write, just for your understanding I am writing. You need not write denominator. Numerator only you should write. Now if you write this one, very clearly can understand here. Z into z bar is mod z square. Okay, then z into 1 z minus z bar plus 1 plus this is z into z bar mod z square, then next plus z bar minus z into 1 z plus mod, this is minus 1 equal to 0. I'm sorry, this is also minus 1 actually. This is also minus 1 equal to 0. If you observe z gets cancelled, z bar also gets cancelled. Here 2 into mod z square minus 2 equal to 0. That means mod z equal to here also mod z square equal to 1. Then it's also mod z equal to 0. So this way also you can do. Okay, all right. So this way also you can do, this way also you can do. But yesterday what we discussed, this one we discussed. Just I want to show that you can apply that formula like this. Okay, so this is what is one problem. Hope everybody understood. Okay, all right. So we'll clear it off. So the next 8th question is there. Here 8th question is there. 8th question. So that 8th question is like this. The 8th question is Yeah, eighth question. What is that eighth question here? Eighth question is mod z1 equal to mod z2 equal to mod z3 equal to 1, and z1 z2 z3 represented by vertices of an equilateral triangle, or yeah, this z1 z2 z3 are vertices of equilateral triangle, it seems. So this is z1, this is z2, and this is z3. Okay, all right. So now what we can do is here. First thing you should understand mod z1. Yesterday only I said mod z means yesterday only I explained what is mod z. This distance of z from origin. So what is given? Distance of z1 from origin is 1 unit. Distance of z2 from origin is 1 unit. Distance of z3 from origin is 1 unit. That means z1, z2, z3 are equidistant from origin. So origin must be here because it's equilateral triangle. So yesterday only I told this is important. Huh? Yes, this is origin. This is equidistant. This distance equal to this distance equal to this distance. You know that circumcenter. This is circumcenter and this is circumradius. This distance is circumradius is 1 unit. So now question is are represented by the vertex of now this equilateral triangle. Then what is the relation between z1, z2, z3 is the question. So because it is equilateral triangle. So because it's equilateral triangle, what you can say is this origin itself is centroid. Origin is centroid. Now centroid is origin, that is 0 comma 0, right? 0 is the origin. In complex numbers, z equal to 0 is origin in complex numbers. Okay, all right. Now 0 equal to, we know, z1 plus z2 plus z3 by 3. So automatically what you get, z1 plus z2 plus z3 equal to 0 is what is your answer. First one answer is this. Yeah, that's answer. Yeah. Okay, that's an interesting question. This comes from the definition of modulus direct. Okay, so some of the questions are based on ellipse and hyperbola. So those questions we can't do now anyway. Yeah. So I'm just okay. Anyway, this omega and modulus and these are all there. So okay, all right. So then okay, we'll go to the concept only. Yeah. Okay. Anyway, so here is one question again. 43. I think you hope you are able to see this 43. Question number 43. So what is that? Z by W equals Z by Z minus 1 by 3i, and this mod W equal to 1. Then Z lies on what? So Z lies on what? So okay, this one. Okay, let's do this question. 43. Let's do this 43 question. Okay, 43 question. Let's try 43 question. So whenever mod z is given like this, then mod of this is mod z by mod of z minus I by 3 is there. This equal to 1 is given, right? Mod w means this one. This, if you put mod, then equal to 1. So whenever it is given, mod of z1 by z2 is mod z1 by mod z2 goes this side. That is z minus I by 3 is going to be like this. Actually, this you can do in two ways. One is very easy and simple way. Okay, another is you can solve it. If you solve now, this is going to be x square plus y square. If you square it now, you can square also. So already you know this is mod z whole square, or you need not write this actually. Okay, this is mod z. Okay, this is mod z square. If I square, this is yesterday only we discussed mod z1 minus z2 whole square. Mod of z1 minus z2 whole square. You know this mod z1 minus z2 whole square is what? Mod z1 square, that is this mod z1 square plus mod z2 square means this I by 3 whole square. Okay, minus twice real part of z1 z2 bar means I by 3 bar. This is what? So you can cancel it off. Okay, this is a big way. Otherwise, we can do another way also. Now, I will bring twice real part of this z plus z means x plus iy, understand? And this is I bar means minus I by 3. Minus I by 3. Okay, this is going to be equal to 1 by 9. mod I by 3 is 1 by 9. So now in this, what is the real part in this? Twice in this real part is what you know. So here minus xi by 3. Here I into I square. This is I, understand this, minus I into I is plus 1. I into I square minus I square is 1. This y by 3 equal to 1 by 9. So here twice, what is the real part in this? Y by 3 equal to 1 by 9. This 3 you can get cancelled. Y equal to 1 by 6. This is a big method, but if you understand the definition, it is going to be very simple and easy if you understand the definition. This, instead of doing all that, you can very easily do it. Very easily can do this. What is the definition we discussed? Definition we discussed is very simple definition that we discussed. So we'll apply that definition. So here I am doing. So let's apply the definition. What is the definition that we discussed? Z is, now this is distance of Z from origin is equal to distance of Z from I by 3. Okay, distance of Z from origin is equal to, okay, if at all you draw this, if at all we draw this. Okay, now this is x-axis and real axis is imaginary axis. Now distance of Z from origin, this origin is equal to distance of Z from 1 by 3. This 1 by 3. So I by 3 is on imaginary axis. Let's take this 1 by 3 I am taking. Distance of Z from origin is equal to this. That means it must be here. This line. This line is what? Obviously this is y by y equal to, this is what? Y equal to 3. This point is y equal to 3. Is y this this is y equal to 3. So Z is equidistant from 1 by 3 and origin 0, 0. See, 1 by 3. And I by 3 means what? I by 3 means this one, 0, comma 1 by 3. So from here and 0, comma 0, equidistant means this must be here. So therefore, this is what y equal to 1 by 6. Because this is 1 by 3. No, half of it is 1 by 6. Directly you can understand. Just from this you can write this is Z is equidistant from 0 and I by 3, which is y equal to 1 by 6. Directly you can write. Okay, if you understand like this also, you can understand. This is another question. Okay, so yeah. Okay, we'll clear it off. These are all there in a worksheet, so you can do these problems again. This time I'm telling these problems for a few problems I told. So this also there. What is that? Here question number 39 is there. So question number, let's do question number 39. Okay. This is the 39th question. If you see, this is inequality. So okay, this 39 question is, yeah, what is this 39? Question number 39 here, let's do. This is then maximum value of Z plus 1. Maximum value of Z plus 1 is what we need to find out. Maximum value of Z plus 1. Here what is given is Z plus, like this, it is Z plus 4 is less than or equal to 3. I need to find out Z plus 1. So that means I should write Z plus 4 as Z plus 1 plus 3. Why? Because I want Z plus 1. So I have to create Z plus 1. So here, this is what is Z plus 4 only. This Z plus 4 is less than 3. Z plus 4 is less than 3. But here what I want is, here this is 3 is greater than this. But this is what is greater than mod of Z plus 1 minus 3. You know this one. Already we learned inequality. When you put minus mod of this inequality, we know what is that? Mod of Z1 plus Z2 is always greater than or equal to mod Z1 minus mod Z2. If you want, you can put one more mod also. Difference. This we know. So why did I write? Because this is greater than this is greater than this. Then automatically this becomes 3 is greater than or equal to mod of Z1 plus Z plus 1 minus 3. I can put one more mod. Understand? One more mod. Okay, then now you know this mod. This is real number. Whenever we put mod, this is real number. No? Mod x is what is this? Less than or equal to 3. Means x is less than, lies between -3 and 3. So therefore, here mod of z plus 1. Okay, mod of z plus 1 minus 3 lies between, less than means lies between -3 and 3. So now if you add 3, 0, less than or equal to mod z plus 1. Okay, less than or equal to 6. So, so what is the maximum value? What is maximum value of mod of z plus 1 is very clearly shown here. 6. What is the minimum value? Mod of z plus 1 lies between 0 to 6. That means minimum is 0 and maximum is 6. This is one application of this inequality, important application of this inequality. Okay, all right.
Sir, we can also do 31st problem, sir.
Ah, good, good, good. Okay, all right. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, 31st problem. Okay, that 31st problem we can do. True. But this 31st problem is based on De Moivre's theorem. Okay. We can do now also, but after De Moivre's theorem, it will be more meaningful, more nice actually. You can do in a very simple way. Okay, we'll keep it for De Moivre's theorem. Okay. All right, so the next. Okay. All right. Okay, then now, okay, what shall we do next? Yes. Okay, then we'll go to the